Hi everyone, I'm Meg. I'm a digital product manager at Bunnings. Basically, that means that I make sure that our online experience is just as good as the one that you'd have in store at the Bunnings warehouse.
Hi everyone, today I am joined by Meg, who works for Bunnings. Thank you so much for joining us today, Meg.
Thanks for having me.
So I guess who doesn't know Bunnings, right? Like everybody knows who Bunnings are, but what is it that you guys actually do as a business, and what sort of opportunities are available for students that is beyond, I guess, just working in their retail store? Because a lot of students out there who are listening may have part-time jobs with Bunnings, but not see them as a future career, an employer of choice. What is it that you guys can offer students out there, and what is it that you can actually do for Bunnings?
Yeah, totally. So obviously, as you said, everyone knows the warehouse and the stores and the great customer service and experience you get in stores. But behind the scenes of all of that, we've got a huge team that support all of that and how that runs. So what we have is our store support officers. There's a number of them around the countries, and they don't look exactly like our big green sheds. It definitely is more of an office situation, but we have a range of teams that help support the stores. So some of the different teams within store support are, there's digital, there's marketing, finance, accounting, IT, merchandising, operations. There's a whole heap of things that go on behind the scenes to sort of bring those experiences to life for our customers.
Amazing. So yeah, there's so much more to the business than what meets the eye, I guess. And what about yourself? What do you do, and how do you sort of help on your day-to-day duties?
Yeah. So as the digital product manager, I guess I effectively work on the website, or with the teams that work on the website. So I work within a team of product managers. We help sort of develop the strategies and the vision for what we want the website to kind of be. I work day to day with a number of different people within those teams. So there's business analysts, there's marketing teams, there's delivery leads, there's a whole heap of developers that actually code on the website. And a whole host of other people as well, with business stakeholders. So a lot of my job is bringing people along that journey of what we want the site to be, keeping them motivated and moving forwards in that direction, and just engaging with business stakeholders so they're aware of what's coming and how that might impact in stores and things like that.
Yeah, amazing. I can imagine that you've been busy lately. I'm sure there's been a lot of people doing online Bunnings shopping.
It's an awesome time to be part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So who or what influenced you to go down this career path? When you were at high school, is this sort of what you thought you'd be doing?
Not for me, no. I had a pretty unconventional start to digital product, I guess. So I was always really creative, loved art and design and all that sort of stuff. So I actually wanted to do graphic design first. So in high school, I was really drawn towards art type subjects like photography, but I also did business studies and things like that. So I sort of thought moving into graphic design would be good. So I ended up doing a Bachelor of Visual Communication Design and majoring in graphic design. Obviously, I learned to be a graphic designer. I did a lot of print work, originally in the travel industry as well, which was really fun and interesting. But eventually I was like, I want to move into digital. I think this is where, well, obviously things were starting to move that way anyway. I was really interested in having sort of a quicker impact, I guess. Print is sort of like everything has to wait a little bit to come out. I kind of wanted to see the impacts of it straight away. So I ended up going into kind of the user experience or product space because I thought it suited my skill sets a little bit better. And I ended up getting a job in a company where I got to sort of develop that and learn, which was awesome. So it was a bit of a pivot from graphic design, but I'm so glad that I did it. And then eventually I wanted to get into retail and e-commerce. So about 3 years ago, I happily accepted a job at Bunnings. And I've been here doing that ever since. Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, sounds great. And sorry, when you're at high school, you sort of mentioned some of the subjects that you studied. What subjects do you think have helped you prepare you for your role now at Bunnings?
Yep. I think a lot of the creative stuff and the communication-based stuff has definitely been part of it. A lot of what we do in product management is problem solving. It's being empathetic, understanding what people are going to need and want, and how they might react to certain situations. So that side of thing has been really good. Strategic thinking, I guess, as well, and definitely trying to work on public speaking as much as possible too. There's definitely an element of working collaboratively with teams and feeding back to the business on what's happening. So that's also been really beneficial throughout high school and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then what sort of personal attributes do you think that you possess that have helped you succeed in your role?
I think problem solving is probably one of the main ones. Like I've always loved that. I think mostly though my interpersonal skills, like I said, super collaboratively, working with loads of different people day in and day out. So that's really helpful. I guess I'm also fairly well organized. There's a lot of context switching. You've got to kind of keep calm under pressure, I guess, particularly with websites going on the way they are now. There's loads of traffic and there's a lot happening. It's all very but yeah, so that definitely helps, and having a good attention for detail too, I think, because obviously everything that you put out is out in a second. So make sure that it's right and everyone's okay with it.
No spelling mistakes.
Yeah.
So what pathways are available for students if they would love to pursue a career at Bunnings?
So Bunnings is great in that we really support different workers from all different ages. But from a student perspective, obviously there are loads of people that I know already that work part-time in a Bunnings store. They've done that around high school, around university. We've got fabulous flexible roster systems. We do have work experience programs as well available for students too, which is great. It can really help kickstart a career and just generally learn good life skills. I actually work with plenty of people that started in store at Bunnings as well, and sort of went off and did a degree working at Bunnings part-time, and eventually kind of ended up with the right skill sets in store support and working through, which is really great as well. I know that we also even have an internal system actually where you can sort of put up what skills and experience that you have when you work at Bunnings as well, and leadership and HR can see that and potentially offer roles based on your knowledge and skills, which is great.
That is so cool. I love that. And, working for companies such as Bunnings that are a national business, so you can work in Melbourne or then you can move to Queensland. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome that you can start part-time while you're at school and work your way up through the business. And I think learning what it's like to be on the floor at Bunnings and speaking to the customers, and then moving into head office if that's what you want to do, or into more the office environment. There are so many different avenues, like you've touched on only probably a few of what are available at Bunnings in the office. So yeah, we really appreciate your time today, Meg. It was really interesting to chat, and it's not just what you see on the floor at Bunnings. There's so much more to it, and we hope that we can inspire a few more students to consider Bunnings as their future career of choice. If students out there are listening and they'd like to find out more information, where should they head?
So the Explore Careers site actually has some opportunities, I think, with particular Bunnings stores. Obviously, there's loads of information on our website, careers sites, those sorts of things, LinkedIn and stuff. But yeah, Explore Careers is a good start.
It certainly is. Thank you so much for your time today, Megs. It was really great to chat.
Thank you so much.